Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have a little bit of a secret PlayStation 5 update that actually was kind of a pretty cool feature that I myself personally have noticed now, and I want to make a video on it, talk about it, as well as other people just in the general community have also noticed it, people have seen it, and it is kind of a nice little useful feature. This is actually something that really wasn't popularized too much when it came to the PlayStation 5 official blog post. You know how we went through that as of yesterday, and as well, it's kind of a cool feature. So I want to go and talk about it, talk about what it kind of means, and overall the fact that the PlayStation finally is kind of getting some cool little side stuff as well. It's also kind of nifty too because some of these features that we've been seeing throughout these past few months have also been already a mainstay thing on the Xbox Series X, which is not me kind of saying anything bad about the Xbox. I think it's actually kind of cool, and as well I think in the general level playing field of consoles, it's always very nice. I basically want anyone who has an Xbox or PlayStation to have all the best and up-to-date features. So all around kind of cool, and let's go and talk about it. We also have a little bit of Xbox news too as well. We'll cover that in the very tail end of the video because I think the PS5 update's a little bit more intriguing. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well down below. Twitter giveaway down below. We got that Weeble and Coinbase down below too as well. Just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. So let's go dive into the video itself. So as I mentioned, there's actually a brand new PlayStation 5 feature, which actually is a kind of a big in real life quality of update. Now, the last kind of update basically had a lot of in-game, think your PS4, PS5, party options, voice to speech kind of translation, just a lot of little various things to optimize and essentially make the whole process just a little tiny little bit better. Now with this one though, we have a little more intriguing stuff where there actually was a brand new sneaky PlayStation 5 update that actually had a feature, as I mentioned, that even the Xbox itself has had. So basically with this one, there's actually an undocumented feature in the latest PlayStation 5 update. We're going to be using the Tech Radar article here as a reference. So the latest PS5 update, which rolled out all users on March 23rd, so as of yesterday, includes a hidden, I'm not sure why I keep on saying the Xbox Series X feature, but it is kind of, I will go give credit, they've actually had it for a while, that actually wasn't originally highlighted in the original pitch notes too as well. So this is in regards the beta, in regards to other various stuff, and this is the Auto Low Latency Mode, or the ALLM. So, while I'm not sure why we always have these random acronyms, there you guys go. So, if you guys are not aware of what the ALLM is exactly, it's a TV technology that promotes your display to automatically switch the game mode when your console begins playing a game. The feature has been available on the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S since launch and has now been added to the PlayStation 5. So let's first and foremost go and talk about it too. I'm sure they'll probably mention it as well throughout the article. But basically, it's one of those big things where if you're someone like me, and I'm going to 100% be honest with you guys, this may not affect every single person, but as you update your TVs or as time goes on, or just in the general technology throughout the next 10 years, this is cool features, and I think it's going to get a little bit more and more and more streamlined. But this is basically where you go and say you're playing a game. You're launching your game, you're playing Destiny, you're playing, Borderlands, you're playing whatever you guys are doing over here, all Ghostwire Tokyo, all the upcoming games coming out, Elden Ring. And when it comes to that, you have usually different settings you guys would like to utilize depending on what you're watching. So think a movie. If you're watching a movie, you more so don't really want to have, you care more probably about the graphics itself, the lighting, you want to make sure the colors always go and pop. Well, say if you're gaming, you probably care a little bit more about the extra frame rates and making sure everything runs good. And that's why a lot of TVs nowadays have different setting options for, say, if you're watching a documentary. Say you're watching a movie, say you're watching a TV show, say you're watching a reality TV show, say you're watching little music, say you're just watching something in the background, say you're watching old TV shows, or say you're gaming. And it's kind of a big feature a lot of TVs have to basically let you guys utilize and just basically showcase whatever you think is the most important. So with this is kind of a big update where it essentially allows you to go and switch to a game mode automatically whenever your console begins playing a game. And as well, it's also nice to go and kind of basically have it change on up, especially with nowadays where a lot of folks will use their consoles, their Xbox, their PlayStation, whatever, as also a YouTube box, Netflix box, HBO, Crunchyroll, Funimation, and as well kind of switching back and forth between games. As you guys know, a lot of consoles nowadays are more so on the kind of entertainment box side. They could have Twitch on there too as well, and other various sources and other various apps all tied in for you guys to utilize. So with that, as well as also in the combination with the brand new voice options, which I do also want to once again give credit to on Xbox for already having, that kind of makes these whole systems a lot more chill. It kind of lets people go and just basically, if you want to just be a couch potato, you guys can. You use your audio and say PlayStation, go to Netflix. and it goes to Netflix. And then as your TV also knows the technology between your console and everything else for these newer, like basically newer age TVs, at that point, you basically get to go and have everything change automatically. You don't have to go into your TV control remote settings, you don't have to change that stuff at all. It just makes everything a lot more easier and a lot more efficient, which I think is awesome. Now, especially if you just want to be lazy. So to kind of talk about this a little bit more, the Vincent Tiogo of HGTV Test, so someone who's a little bit more on the in-depth on the TV side, has now officially confirmed the ALLM is now active after the latest PlayStation 5 update. So that's literally the one that went as of yesterday, which is also kind of funny too that we didn't see Sony officially mention it, but as we mentioned before, they did want to go push a little bit more on the extra on the VRR update side, which would make a lot of sense. They basically just want to go make sure that, I think that's a bigger update and it'll affect games and all the gaming systems a little bit more. So basically, I also have a chance to confirm this. And I do also want to say I myself do also have a CX TV on top of that. And also, I have been able to go utilize this as well on my TV. So I myself want to chime on into this one that it does seem like it's also working. So basically, his tweet over here states, while undocumented, the latest system update of 22.01/.05000 on the PlayStation 5 has enabled the ALLM, or the Auto Low Latency Mode, support as verified using the LG C9 and a Sony X900, which is Sony's TV. ALLM automatically switches or locks in Sony TV's cases the display into game mode. So as I mentioned, it kind of just goes and shows that it's like a little bit of a secret document over here that a lot of people are also noticing. We also saw stuff on Reddit, and I saw a few Twitter threads too as well talking about it. So like I said, it just seems cool. It seems a little bit cool on the automation side where people basically are able to go and automate stuff and go through stuff a lot easier. But as well, it's just nice to go and see just more updates coming on out. So while the ALLM might not sound like much for those who already go pick on the appropriate picture setting when playing games, it's a handy feature for those who aren't accustomed to or comfortable with adjusting their TV settings. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I never mind changing stuff. Like, I'm sure most of you guys don't mind doing it, but sometimes you're just comfy, it's late at night, and you don't really want to go and kind of deal with the settings. You don't want to click the extra few buttons. Sometimes it lags a little bit. Like, I'm sure you guys know the exact vibe I'm talking about, because it's just not a good time. Like, it's not. It's not. So I'll just let you guys know, I think it's chill. I love the idea of a lot more of the automation side on this when it comes to Xbox, when it comes to PlayStation, because if I'm chilling, I want to keep chilling. And these things are just kind of nice quality of life updates, and this really was a lot of the quality of life updates that came to Sony itself. The benefit of the ALM also ensures you're always using the optimal picture too as well, which I think is also very nice to go and show, because this basically lets a lot of game modes to give you significant input lag too as well, although it may not necessarily make your game look as nice. Like as I mentioned before, if you're playing a competitive game, think like a Destiny or a Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever, you want to make sure everything's running good, and you care more, I think, about the frames than anything else. So basically it's just really kind of cool. It's really nice to see that the PlayStation 5 is closing the gap on this stuff. It's really cool to go and see that at least it's out there, although it is once again kind of weird that they didn't go and confirm it. They didn't mention it. They didn't go mention it on the PlayStation blog that came out yesterday, and instead they focused more on the VRR. So once again, though, as I keep on mentioning, it was available on the Xbox, but the one kind of nice big thing too is that for this one, you at least do get to go and have the features as well that Xbox had. Although they do want to keep on mentioning that there was a big omission that some PS5 owners will be hoping to see, and that's 144p support. And right now, if you plug a PS5 into a 144p display, the console can only output at 1080 with down sampling as well, and that means that gamers are missing out on 43% more details than they should be too as well on top of that. Although I think for me, I already have my 4K support too, but it's kind of also bad in case someone doesn't have a chance to utilize that extra mid-tier monitor. Like the 1080 to 144p to 4K, there is definitely a lot of folks in the middle, so that does kind of play into that too as well. And now kind of last but not least, if you guys want to give your thoughts and comments on that down below, we do actually have a little bit of sad news too when it comes to Xbox, because this game has actually seemingly been fantastic, and it does kind of go to show that Tunic, which is kind of a game that kind of just think like Legend of Zelda type style game, that actually had a lot of really good reviews when it comes to Metacritic and other various things. Sadly, has also been having a lot of issues when it comes to other folks, especially for the prior gen, also reviewing the scores a little bit more on the lower side. Which always kind of make me sad, because it does kind of seem like gamers nowadays are a little bit more on the touchy side when it comes to giving a bigger downvote and also lower ratings, especially when it comes to all these games and issues that do keep on floating around as of recently. So, I don't know, it kind of makes it a little bit sad, because I do want to say that Tunic game was kind of cool, although I haven't had a chance to fully utilize and check out the Xbox One version. Hopefully it's warranted and nothing else. I just want to go bring this on top of this too, because a lot of folks as well, at least on the PC side, keep on saying the game's been very, very positive with really, really good reviews too as well. So all around, kind of give me your thoughts and comments on this one, especially if you guys care about the PlayStation 5 5 updates. I think it's cool. I think it's neat. So leave your comments down below, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console controller. Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We have the Weeble and Coinbase down below. We have all the giveaway stuff down below, and the Twitch stream down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more brand new videos. Love you guys.